You know, for breakfast, I ate half a thing of camembert just with my hands, so this is a step up for me. No, but really, if you were a cheese fan, come to this country, because, I mean, like, yesterday, for dessert, they asked me, they're like, oh, do you want fruit or cheese? And I was all like, both. Okay, this monstrosity here that I'm eating, it's called Döner, and it's called Döner, but I'm going to say Döner because I'm talking to Americans. And it's the best thing ever. It's like street food, sort of. And it's like meat that they shave off of this big meat thing. And they put it in this delicious fried bread, and you eat it because it's delicious. And I don't feel bad about eating it because it definitely has tomatoes and lettuce on it, and those are vegetables. And I asked for, like, the vegetable sauce, so yeah, plus I have a glass of wine, so fruit. I got all the food groups. I ain't care what you think. I'm just gonna eat this and be happy about it. Throughout the day, I usually plan, like, clever things to say. I'm like, oh, I should make a YouTube video, and I'll say, like, really clever things, and it'll be so funny, and everybody will be like, Hannah's having so much fun in Germany. And I'm just waiting for this video to load, and I'm like, I drink wine and eat cheese here. I eat so much cheese here. I was, like, double-fisting cheese this morning. I had, like, camembert in one hand because I could, and then in the other hand I just had, like, I don't know, some kind of cheese. It wasn't German, and it was like on a piece of bread with, like, butter, and I'm like, oh no, I'm like eating all this cheese and reading a book at like 8 o'clock in the morning because I had to catch my bus at 9. So much cheese, so good. I'm trying to watch 30 Rock right now, but it's all like, oh, I'm loading. Which is why I'm making these videos while I eat my dinner. And still being like a normal human being and not talking with my mouth full. See, the worst part about Germany is that everyone here finishes their food. And so I'm always, like, choking down all of my food so I can, like, not be judged. And so, like, okay, I have, like, 2 bites of this left. And I mean, like, I could give or take it. But it's gonna sit here for, like, 2 hours until I'm ready to eat it, because I'm not going to throw it away, because I eat all my food, because I'm in Germany. Prost. Also, just now, when I was walking to get my donut, we were at a street. It's like a small side street, but it has a street light on it, because it goes onto, like, a really big street. And the Ampel thing that tells you when you can walk or not, it was red. So we couldn't walk, but there was nobody coming. It's like, what, like 8 o'clock at night, so everybody's in bed. It's Germany. I don't know. So there's nobody on the road, and I was just going to cross the street. There's another woman there. She was like, I don't know, 40 or something, and she was waiting for the light to change. And so, like, I'm standing, like, next to her, like, there's no cars coming. It was kind of, like, the most awkward, and it was just gonna, like, go, but I didn't want to be like, oh, young people always crossing when the Ampel is rot. This is kind of a weird thing to comment about, but I'm, like, holding a glass of wine. I feel like it. Alright, you can say anything if you're holding alcohol, because then people are like, oh, she has an excuse, when really I've taken, like, 3 sips. But the toilet paper here, super effective. The radiators here, not so much. Also, I have no idea what kind of chocolate this is. I had a picture of a coconut on it. I don't know. But it's so good. There's like a piece of my hair sticking out funny right here. Has it been like that all day? Nobody said anything? Cheesy Pete. BT Dubs, my new favorite face. That one goes over awesome here. Just saying. The thing on the bottom of Chrome says page loaded in 0.009 seconds, but this video's still buffering. I don't trust it. I know your game, Chrome. Liar. Saucy wench. I don't have a planner or anything here, but I still, like, have to remember to do things. So I made this checklist, and I, like, do stuff on it. As you can see, I only have checked off 3 of the check things.
Zusammen in Harmonie. Doch dann erklärte uns die Feuernation den Krieg und alles änderte sich.
That means the Fire Nation attacks and everything. I want to give a shout out to Comedy Central because they're the only website that allows me to watch their videos in Germany. So, props Comedy Central. I'm watching The Daily Show here, just so y'all know, because I know we're close personal friends, and you check my Facebook, and you're always like, oh, I wonder what Hannah's up to, and I'm like, oh, it's so nice that Comedy Central cares so much. All I want to do is drink this cup of wine and watch the latest episode of 30 Rock. Why you gotta make it so hard, Germany? I'm gonna drink the wine anyway. I don't know if that was a joke that went over or if it was just a stupid thing to say. So,